morning again in America, guys. Welcome back to Uncle Charter's YouTube channel. We had the big breakdown of the bear flag, guys. Holy moly, donut shop. In my last coverage on the SPY QQQ, we talked about how we could be getting a potential big body candle. I didn't know if it was going to be to the upside or to the downside, but I had a feeling, guys, based on the context of the chart, that we was going to get a big move. And the big move came in the form of breaking down support levels, critical levels, and pushing to the downside. The high of Friday's candle was 566.27 with a low of 555 and 7 cents. Holy moly, donut shop. As far as how we traded it, it was pretty straightforward. I wrote here in my Discord, if 565 and 563.5 fails, breakdown of the bear flag in play on the daily chart with the lower targets in play. From here, if 566.4 cleared, 568 and 570, that's what it was needed. It must clear to send SPY back to the top of the flag, the bear flag that I had here. So basically, who's looking to see what SPY want to do? If it's going to break out 566.4 or if it was going to break down support. We do it on the 15-minute chart, okay, guys? And you can see here in the pre-market, right, it rejected from my 566.4-ish fib level, broke down that 565 level, broke down 563.5, broke down 562, all on the 15-minute chart. Okay, now unfortunately I had to run some errands that morning and I missed the breakdown and rejection of 565, breakdown of 563.4 and 0.5, but by the time I got back, we managed to catch another setup, had a breakdown of 562, had a breakdown of 560.8. I think I learned it all in the group. Yeah, I missed the beginning, but I mentioned to the group, overall bearish below 563.5, okay? With 562 being, I wrote here, multiple levels failed here, with 562 being the last one. As long as it's below, 560.8 and 559 are in play. And I put overall bearish below 563.5. All right, and then when we broke down more support, Uncle alerted to the group. As of now, 560.8 failed as support, and so on. We do it throughout the day. I'm an extra pair of eyes, and it worked beautifully. We broke down 560.8 on the 15-minute chart, broke down 559 on the 15-minute chart, broke down 557, 15-minute chart. It just kept on pushing downwards. I love it when there's volatility. I love it when the market actually picks a direction, and I hope you guys all caught the beautiful move to the downside, because it was lots of money to be made. Okay, now we got to get back to the next plan. As awesome as Friday was, we have to prepare for the next trading day. Now, we broke down the bear flag, but we came right into this downtrend line of the blue line. Okay, so we're going to start with the bear case first, and then we're going to go to the bull case scenario. Okay, now as far as support levels and resistance levels for the bear case, 556.4 is a critical fib level. Okay, 556.4 is the 1.5 Fibonacci level. We broke it down on Friday. So as long as below that level, SPY's breakdown from Friday stays intact, that means for us to stay bearish. 555 is the next support. If we break down 555, the next fib level is at 552 with 550 below. Okay, 550 is a tough buy zone. If we can break down those levels, guys, the bear trend continues. We are heading to lower lows. I would not be surprised if we go back to the mid 540s, like around 545, or even lower down to 540 or lower, guys. It would be crazy. But I'm telling you, stay bearish below 556.4, and if we start breaking down more support levels, don't argue with the price action. Bearish trend continues downwards. Okay, the bear flag is a sign. The breakdown of the bear flag is a sign that we could be on the next leg downwards. Okay, that's the bear case. Bull case scenario is very important that we know the other side. We have to be prepared for any scenario. When you trade long enough, for years, you're going to see that the market makers pull a lot of traps on retail traders, especially when you're a biased trader, when you're just fully married to the idea that the market's going in a certain direction. You make yourself an easier target for the market makers. Market makers love biased traders because it's easier for them to trick them out. So we got to be unbiased. Don't give those fools what they want. Uncle is rooting for you. They are not rooting for you. Okay? So be on Uncle's side and believe that we should believe in and be prepared for any case scenario. So even if you're a bear bias trader or you're a sheep bias trader, but you're trading bearishly right now, you want to pay attention and know the bull case in case breakdowns get invalidated. And guess what? You can also make money to the upside. So from here, we had the last breakdown of 556.4 on Friday. So it needs to recapture that. All right. It needs to recapture that to put 559 and 560.8 back in play. Recapture 560.8. We got 562, 565 in the fib level of 566.4, which would also happen to be a back test of the bear flag. If we can get back above that fib level, bulls will invalidate the breakdown of the bear flag and bounce off this downtrend line and show signs that we are turning. We are turning this bear trend and back into a bull trend. All right. So recapture 556.4, recapture 559, recapture 560.8 to put those lower targets in play. I would be bullish again. Right now I'm bearish, but I would be bullish again on SPY above 566.4. Okay, be ready and open to any case scenario so that when the market makers play their little tricks, you are trading on the right side. Okay, and that's what I have for SPY. Here is QQQ also broke down its bear flag. Okay, now it closed around 469ish or 468.94, right, on Friday. So from there, I had a support level of 469. So if it can stay below that and break the next support at 467.3, that's a fib level, more downside incoming. 466, 464, 460. I think we can get down to 458.5 if we can stay below 469 and break down 467.3. Bull case scenario, as usual, we must recapture lost levels. Bottoms usually get put in with false breakdown setups, just like tops usually get put in with false breakout setups. So if that is the case, we want to trade with the odds in our favor. Don't just call a bottom just because you want to be different. Okay, call a bottom because it's the strategic thing to do based on the price action. So we get above 469, we get above 471, 473, 474.3, 476, and 479 would all be back in play for QQQ. Okay, please add those levels to your charts. Tesla with a very nice breakdown of a fib level around 270.6, and it led to more downside, but it found some buying pressure around the next fib level, which is around 260.2-ish. Okay, I had a level around 260, just a few cents off of each other. But the bottom line is, if Tesla wants more downside and continue the selling pressure from last Friday, from where it closed, which is around 263.5, it needs to break down 262 and 260 as well and send us lower down to 258, 256.5. And we do have a gap fill around 250 to the 248.5 area. We need to drop down there, get some some trading activity, some volume in that area to fill the gap. Okay, if it doesn't want to fill the gap and there's a bull case, then Tesla needs to stay above 260. All right, get above 263.5, clear 265, 267, and 270. All right, I do have a fib level around 272-ish as well. So bulls got a lot of work to do, but get back above 272, then maybe I'd feel a little more comfortable being bullish again. But as of right now, it's looking bearish. And if we lose 260, more downside incoming, possibly for that gap fill. NVDA also looking bearish. It came a few cents shy of filling the gap. Okay, but if it can break down 109 and break down 107, it'll fill the gap. And we can go hit that next fib level around 105.8 with 104 or lower below. Okay, trust no bounce unless loss levels get recaptured. So from here, NVDA needs to recapture both 111, the fib level at 1 and the fib level at 113, which also gave us some strong selling pressure around that area. We get back above 111, 113. That's a good sign that we are heading up higher. But as of right now, it looks like an M pattern right here. This looks like an M pattern. And if this is the case, this M pattern should send NVDA back down to the 104 to the 105.8 level minimum. Okay, so trust no bottom unless we recapture some lost levels. Otherwise, NVDA is looking bearish in the middle. Well, not in the middle, but it's headed towards the end of an M pattern. Okay, bearish. Coin is looking bearish as well. Broke back below that triangle pattern. Okay, that was the start. False breakout setup. It cleared this fib level around 197.6. Broke it back below. That's a false breakout setup. If you guys ever need an example, we also broke away gap up from this triangle pattern, but that was a false breakout as well. Okay, and now we got a breakdown of the triangle pattern. Okay, so lots of signs of bearishness from coin. And if there's more bearishness to come, next support at 172.5 and 171 must fail to send us down to 169 or much lower, much lower. Okay, trust no bounce unless that 171 level can hold and we start recapturing some lost levels. 175, 176.6, 178 and 180 must recapture to get some bullish momentum going. I do have the next fib level around 185.8. Good to recapture that if we ought to be bullish. Otherwise, it's looking bearish. And if we lose 171 and 169, more downside incoming. And holy moly donut shop, look at the VIX, guys. I love it. Very nice bounce on the VIX. Okay, if you're trying to be a day trader, you want the VIX to go up. You want volatility to go up, because with volatility, it's more movements. Now, the downside to having a lot of volatility is that you have to respect your stop loss, because when there's volatility, the moves are much bigger and wild. So if you're on the wrong end, you could end up losing a lot of money. So make sure you are on the right side of the trade, using the levels and the setups that Uncle give you. And if it doesn't go your way, you have to cut your loss. You have to cut your loss fast and let your winners run slow, especially if you're holding runners. But anyways, VIX managed to recapture the 20.8 level. Okay, the next critical level that the VIX must clear is 22.5. It's a fib level. Stay above 20.8. I would remain bullish. Clear 22.5 would be your bullish follow through. It should pop us up to 24 plus. The VIX goes up, more volatility. More volatility, that means much more tradable intraday moves for the SPY, QQQ, and all the happy stuff. Okay, do not call a top or get bearish on me unless support at 20.8 fails. That will be a false breakout setup, and that should put 19.5, 18.6 and 17.7 or lower back in play. Money magnets, master traders, thank you guys for spending time with Uncle this morning. I really appreciate you guys. Let's kick some market makers ass this week. All right, good luck. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.